Hey family, today is currently day 8 of my liquid fast. I want to get on here and do a recap of day 1 through day 7. Day 1, this wasn't intentional, this wasn't planned, but on day 1, I didn't juice. I strictly just drank water that day. That was the day that I cried out to God. I surrendered to Him. I gave everything to Him, like how I was feeling, just everything that I've been through from teenage years to, being a young adult, going out to college, and things that I went through there, things that I went through with family, things that I experienced in relationships, situationships, looking for love in all the wrong places, getting pregnant, having my first child, having a gun put in my face, and being 5 months pregnant with my first child, and how that went. From my child getting abused at daycare, how that went, finding a new job after going through, a hostile work environment, and, to have people come up against me because, I was taking care of my child. I decided to step up for my child and speak for my child because my child couldn't speak for himself at 1 year old when that happened to him. Just going through that, and getting pregnant with my second child, and going through that, of experiencing what I went through with my first child, not wanting to go through that again, being scared, feeling like, it's not the right time. Not that I don't want a child. I always wanted kids. Was just letting the enemy really just get to me, not facing the fact that, I messed up. I went back out there in the world after years of being celibate again. Just prophecies of that I had received in my early 20s while I was in college about a husband. And God, I was celibate for 7, almost 8 years, and this didn't work out with that person. And, just going through back to back, just going through it. Up until now, like losing my second son's father, losing him, he died, unexpectedly, experiencing all of that, going through all of that, living through all of that, and having to do what I said I didn't want to do again, which is, hold on, the baby's crying. I'm having to do what I said I didn't want to do in the beginning, and that is raising a child by myself. I didn't want to do that, but now I really don't have a choice. And even in it, I can truly say God has never left me nor forsaken me. He has made ways out of no way. I mean, money, finances coming through when just being on a new job for 5 months, and getting pregnant, receiving a paycheck, for staying home and sitting down, for like having a baby. Was able to buy all his clothes and everything that he needed. God supplied, for my children. He has made a way. Even in the death of his dad, he's taking care of him. He's taking care of him. I don't, even when I had to go back home and, having to live back home for a year, being an adult, I'm 35 years old, I have 2 kids, 2 boys. I didn't want to go back home, me and my son had just got an apartment. Credit was good, everything. I was working, everything was good. And so when I got pregnant, it was just like, oh Lord, I've messed up. I have messed up, like, man. Um, but God dealt me in that with my thoughts and my feelings towards, like, my thoughts of thinking about an AB. But I didn't go through it, and I'm grateful for that. And to lose his dad 5 months, like a day after he turned 5 months, it was hurtful. Like, so you can just imagine, like, man, like, everything, like, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, what I went through. And even, you know, I can say it, like, after his death, even with me trying to have a relationship with my son's grandmother, it didn't work out with us. I went through some things with them. I went through some things. I'm still going through some things that I'm trying to work out on my end, for the protection of myself and my kids. So yeah, I've been through a lot. So this fast right here is just like, Lord, I'm tired. I need a breakthrough. I need a financial breakthrough. I need to be strengthened. I'm praying for joy. I'm praying for clarity for me and my kids' lives. What do you want me to do? So day one was just water. God was literally cleansing me. Day two, I started juicing. Day three, God gave me an idea. I started to dream. I've been dreaming this week a lot. Um, I've been watching nothing but like spiritual videos. Um, I was watching one video, and I'm gonna post everything that I'm saying. I was watching one video, and I saw the comments. And when I was reading the comments, it was like this person was feeling the same way that I was feeling, like just constantly going through for years. Like,
the devils and the demons are afraid. That's why you've been going through what you've been going through. That's why your flesh has been pulling you stronger than ever. That's why the storms seem like they're back to back to back. That's why it seems like you can't catch a break. Because you're a part of the remnant of God that has the kingdom of darkness shook. That's why. So the next time you want to give up, understand who you are. Understand who you represent. Understand who your father is. Understand what your brothers and sisters went through for the faith. Understand it's all part of God's plan. Understand, my brothers and sisters, it's just getting started. Who will the Lord send? Who will the Lord send? Could he send you? Could he send you?
like I got saved at 17, went to college 18, going through college, being young, a teenager. I really didn't start living for God really intentionally with all my heart, mind and soul until I was like 20, 21 in college. So you can imagine how that was in college in that time. I graduated in 2012. So 2008, I was wilding. I'm not around my parents. I'm wilding. But God, that thing just flipped. It flipped, and I got a fire and a hunger for God. And through the years, that fire began to just dwindle. And I remember meeting a young man on my job, and he was so on fire for God. He was young. He had just got saved. He was lit. And he told me about, this church. Come to my church, and make it a remnant. And I was like, okay. And when I went there, the pastor, he ended up giving me a word. I mean, when he was so on point with everything that I was going through. And I began to visit that church throughout the time. So fast forward until now, I am now a member of that church. I'm in disciple class. I am, I think, this upcoming Tuesday, I'll be giving a word in my Home with Purpose class. I'm in the Home with Purpose class there now, and I've just been growing, you know what I'm saying? And God has been working on me, you know what I'm saying, there. Really doing, I can tell he's doing it, you know what I'm saying? And in this fast, I felt my purpose, like, really just come out from this fast. It's not about a credible Saturday. It's not about weight loss. That's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Like, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. That's a promise from God.
Fasting is abstaining from pleasures. For what reason? Spiritual purpose. This is important. Fasting is not just missing a meal. It is for a spiritual purpose. That's why we meet every night. We're not just going without food for 3 weeks so you can lose weight. Losing weight is a byproduct of obedience to God. Fasting is when you set your face toward God. God says, you seek me. That's why we come here every night.
So yeah, I'm gonna show y'all all my recipes, the recipes that I've been juicing. And I started watching Dr. Miles Monroe fasting videos, and I'm going to insert that too. Go watch him. Like, before you fast, go watch him. Listen to his videos about fasting, so you can get an understanding what fasting is and what it truly means. Because honestly, when the God says these things come by prayer and fasting, there are some things that you gotta, like fasting. I know that it's something that I have to do for some things to shift, for some things to break in my life, for some things for me to see, some things to manifest in my life for me and my kids. So I did lose weight my first week. I'm gonna post my pictures. I started out at 335 or 337. That's a picture from May 11th. And then I stepped on the scale this week before I started. I think I was like down to 333. And when I stepped on the scale Friday, I was weighing 320. So that's like a 15 weight loss. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's amazing. God bless y'all. Stay encouraged. Don't give up. Don't give in to the enemy. Don't give in to the hunger pains, because day 1 through 3, I experienced it. It felt like something, like literally like just punched my stomach, and I was like, ooh. But with this juicing, I've had a bowel movement every day. So God is truly like, he's detoxing me, getting all the toxins out. So the incredible Saturday, physically and spiritually, a lot of things are just falling off. So y'all be blessed. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated. And thank you too for my YouTube shorts have been doing really good. And it's not about the likes and the views, none of this stuff. But I understand too, like, these are things that would be added on. So, but it's not my main focus. It's not my main focus. God is my main focus. But I know that he is blowing on this. So I'm thankful to all the ones that have subscribed to my YouTube, all the ones that have followed me on TikTok, and even the ones who, like and comment on my Facebook page. Thank you so much, y'all. God bless you, and continue to press in. Amen.